Rationalizing the denominator, all it means is getting rid of the square root sign from the bottom. So we're starting from here. When we finish, there's no square root sign on the bottom. Similarly here, we had a square root sign here. When we finished, there's no square root sign on the bottom. Now we do these examples, example 1 and example 2. So example 1, so to get rid of the square root from the bottom, so we multiply the top by root 66 and the bottom by root 6, then it's equal to, so we write 3 times root 6 on the top. Root 6 times root 6 is 6. We can simplify that as root 6 on the top, and we cancel 3 over 6, which is 1 over 2, so we just write 2 on the bottom. Number 2, here we need to multiply top by the conjugate at the bottom, means we change the sign in the middle. And we also multiply the bottom by the same thing. Then this is equal to, it's always going to be the square of the first one, which is 2 in this case, always minus sign, square of the second number here, which is 1. So that's the denominator, 2 minus 1. Top is just that, root 2 plus 1, which can be written as just root 2 plus 1, because we're dividing by 1. Here, third one, same thing. We multiply top and bottom by the conjugate, which is root 3 plus 2, root 3 plus 2. Always the denominator is going to be square of this one, which is 3, always minus sign, square this, which is 4. But on the top we have 10, then write that in bracket, root 3 plus 2. Because we got minus 1 on the bottom, so the top part will be just minus 10, then in bracket root 3 plus 2. Similarly here, we multiply by the conjugate, which is root 10 plus 2, root 10 plus 2, and it's equal to, always the denominator, square this, which is 10 in this case, square this, always minus sign here, which is 4. On the top we got 24, then in bracket we got root 10 plus 2. So 10 minus 4 is 6 on the bottom. Then we can divide 24 by 6, which is 4, and in bracket we write root 10 plus 2. Example 2. So these questions are more complicated, but the principle is the same. Multiply the top and bottom by the conjugate here, which is 2 minus root 3. Same thing on the bottom. Now this is equal to, on the top we got 2 brackets, 1 plus root 3, then 2 minus root 3. But the denominator is always simple. Square the first number here, which is 4, always minus sign, then always square the second number here, which is 3 in this case. So denominator is only 1, so that's no problem. But on the top, first you're going to have 1 multiplied by 2 give you 2. 1 times minus root 3. Root 3 times 2 is plus 2 root 3. Root 3 times minus root 3 is going to be minus 3. And we're dividing by 1, so we ignore that. So 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Then minus root 3 plus 2 root 3 is plus root 3. Similarly here, multiply the top and bottom by the conjugate. 3 plus root 3. 3 plus root 3 on the bottom. 2 brackets on the top. Root 12 plus 3. 3 plus root 3. On the bottom, it's always simple. Multiply the first number, square the first number, 9. Always minus sign. Square the second number, which is 3 in this case. Now multiply this root 12 with 3. So that gives you 3 times root 12. Then root 12 times root 3. Then we multiply everything in the second bracket by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. Then 3 times root 3. And we're dividing by 6. So we can simplify a little bit. So 3, if we solve this root 12, which is 2 times root 3. Root 12 times root 3 is root 36, which is basically 6. Then we got 9. Then we have 3 root 3. Everything divided by 6. Now we can simplify the number here. 6 plus 9 is 15. And this is 6 root 3. This is 3 root 3, so that's add up to 9 root 3. And we're dividing by 6. If we divide top and bottom by 3, we get 5 plus 3 root 3. And we got 2 on the bottom.